Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to join me today. I'm still continuing on my journals that I'm making using Rachel Roxy Creations papers, but I'm also going to start on some Christmas journals using papers from Andrea Artie Mays, and these are her vintage Christmas papers. So I absolutely love them. I've made the mistake of printing them out before I finished doing the Christmas journals for Roxy's Creations papers, Fatal. But I actually wanted to make something of them. So as you can see, they're just beautiful, beautiful papers. So what I wanted to make was, as you know, I've been making these Christmas journals. And it's coming on nicely. I've started clipping pages in. I've put ruffles on. I've put some pockets in. I've made different pockets. So we made that last time you were with me. Oh no, I've got confused which order my videos are going out in. So you might not have seen me making that one. That might be the next video. So yeah, it's coming on really nicely. I'm really love that. Really pleased how it's turning out. So what I wanted to make with you, a few people have mentioned that they like this flip that I've done. It's from a window envelope, and I've put a pocket on the front. I've put a little label on it, and it flips out, and it's got a little tuck spot just there, and then it tucks under there. So it's similar to the ones that I've been making with you for a while. But I thought, seeing as people are saying, how did you do that one? I thought I'd give it a go. And I'm going to make one out of the papers from Artie Mays, from her Vintage Christmas. So that's what I'm going to use. Somewhere I've got my envelope. And around me there is still such a mess, you honestly wouldn't believe it. The way that I do it, I've got new envelopes. These are just window envelopes that we can get. I think everybody can get them. I'm just thinking, do I need to measure? I didn't measure the ones that I had. The only thing that I measured was the height, and I know I need it to be just under 8 inches. What did I do that at? Let's just have a quick look. So I did the front flap at about 4 inches, and then this one I did less, so that's about 3. Just because I wanted the back of the envelope to be a pocket. And if it had been another inch out, that would have been about to there. So it kind of gets harder to put something in, especially if it's at the front of your journal. So it really is personal choice, down to you what size you want your window envelope to be when it's finished, when you've cut it. I've got bits falling everywhere, look. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cut the front to be 4 inches. So I've not closed the envelope or anything. I'm going to have the front at 4 inches. I'm going to open the envelope up. So I'm going to take a little gnat's whisker off the top of the envelope. And then I'm going to cut it to 1/8 less than 8 inches. Because it seems that my journal pages are usually... This is one of Artie Mays' papers. Yeah, so that's about 8 inches. So if I cut it just less than, I know it should fit. So all I've done is open my envelope up, and I've cut the front part with the window in to 4 inches. The back of it, as I say, I don't want that to be as long. And just to help me, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to ink down the centre crease, just because that makes it a little bit easier to see where it is for when I'm cutting and when I'm putting my papers on. You don't have to, you know, not everybody likes to ink. So that just gives me the definition of where the centre mark is. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then I am just going to cut that, and I like the other one that was about 3 inches, so I'm just going to cut that at 3 inches. It feels like I need a new blade. They do get blunt quite quickly. So that's going to be the back, that's going to be the tuck, and that's going to be the front. Okay, and then we just need to decorate it basically, because that's the basis of it. So your front flap, your back pocket. I was thinking I would like to use these papers. This is on Andrea's Facebook page, so it's a freebie that she's got. And I was kind of thinking I might fit those birds in, but I think definitely I might fit that in. Now I know that this back is 3 inches, so I need something that's about 3 inches, and the window starts at about 3/4 of an inch. So if I want, for example, if I want that to be in, I know I need that to be about 3/4 of an inch away from the edge. So let's see if that works. It's kind of hit and miss. So I could have it like that, so that bird's on, or I could have that further up. Do we want the do we want the bird's butt in it? I'd quite like to just use that as a whole piece, actually. But that means I'm only going to have that, doesn't it? I'm going to see what this one's like when I cut it. So it is trial and error, you know, if you're trying to get something to looking through your window. And these pieces that I'm cutting off won't go to waste, because they'll get used on something else for sure. You see now, I need that closer, otherwise he's not going to have his his beak peeking out, is he? We might be going back to the other one, folks. Oh, that's okay, isn't it? Look, we can just see him. He's got his beady little eye looking out at us. So that's fab. I am going to cut that at 3 inches, and that's going to be my back pocket. Now, you can collage on it, you know, you don't have to use one piece of paper. It makes it quicker, obviously, if you just use one piece of paper. But, you know, you don't have to. You can collage the whole thing and put something on it that you want as an image peeking out. If I cut that at 8 inches, I know that that's going to fit, and I'm just going to have to trim a little bit off. So I'll put some glue on the back of there, and then we'll be well on the way to having this done. So there are, sorry if I'm blurring you while I'm gluing, there are lots of different things that you can do with window envelopes. I know Rachel Roxy's Creations just done, where she's just used the front of her window envelopes and made them into flips and pockets and all sorts of things. And, you know, the world's your oyster. If you've got envelopes, you know, you can make so much different ephemera. I'm going to put that on there. I don't want it to go all the way up to the centre of that fold. And somewhere I did have a card just to squish that down. I don't want it to go all the way across the crease, because that just adds bulk and it makes it harder to fold. So then when it closes, look, we've got that lovely little bird peeking through. So I'll leave that to dry. And then on this side, I was going to say I'd use that. Oh, that doesn't match, does it? Because I cut the extra bit off, didn't I? So I want something different. That might be nice to have everything for your Christmas tree across there, mightn't it? Let's go with that across the top. I do love these papers that are just collaged, you know, different images on, so that you can collage with them. You can do so much. How wide is that? It's just over 1/2 inch. Did I think it was one over 1/2 inch? Yep. I probably won't put that on until I've put the side bits on though, because that will only just fit, won't it? So I'm going to hang on to that. Something down here. don't think I'm going to use those because they've got, I've got a thing about not cutting, not cutting the birds and things. I could put that across the bottom. That's where my pocket's going to be. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I will put that bit across the bottom. So that is going to be about 3 3/4. I need that to be to fit across there. So if I cut that at 3 3/4 and take these edges off. I suppose I could have gone around all the papers and snipped the bits off before you joined me. Now this bit down here is going to be what makes the pocket, so I want that to overlap slightly so that goes behind. So I'm going to cut that about level with that. I've probably cut it wrong. No, that'll work fine on there. Glue book. Let's get some glue on that. Just because this has got the window part in, I just want to add some extra glue that I know holds really well on that piece of plastic. And again, I don't want to go right up to the edge because I don't want it to cover the crease. That's that done. I want something down here, and I want to use this beautiful green because I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this is what's going to make the pocket just there. So I'm going to cut that a bit bigger than I need. So I'm going to cut that at 2 inches wide. And then that just gives me a little bit of room to play. That was a nice noise cutting that paper, wasn't it? Is that a bit sad that I liked that? I'm not going to cut the edge because, where did I put the envelope? Oh, it's here. That will glue on there. And that will be the tuck spot just there. So the way that I do this, and you'll all find your own way of it, I'm going to put just a little mark just there that I can rub out later. That shows me where this is the bit here is going to be the pocket. So I'm going to do a little divot in there just so that that shows that there is a little pocket there. And where I've put that line there, I'm going to glue above it. Just made a pencil mark there. I'm going to glue above that with the glue stick. All of it, all across it, because that's going to glue down solidly. It would do if it hadn't stuck to my book. And then, sorry, I'm not in frame. So I've put glue all on that bit. And then this bit where it's going to be a pocket, come on glue, I'm going to put a line of glue across there. A line of glue down here because I want that to stick. So that's going to be the opening of the pocket. That's not going to be the opening of the pocket, I mean. And then that's going to go on there. And if I've missed any bits, then I can always glue it afterwards. Okay, so glue all on that bit and just round the edges on that bit because I want that to be a pocket. And then that is going to glue on there. Sticky fingers again already. So hopefully I've still got a pocket just there, look. Okay, and I've still got the little birds showing. I can cut that extra off because we don't need that. Let me just switch off a moment. Sorry folks, I've just changed the blade, put some new blades in my cutter. So that's going on there. I think you might just cut a piece of that to go up that bit there. What did I say that was? It's about 3/4 of an inch, isn't it? I could actually get that special delivery in if I'm careful, because that comes at about 3/4 of an inch. So if I cut that bit off and then cut it from there at 3/4 of an inch, ooh, I do just get the, hope you can see, special delivery in. I'm going to tear that where those words are, and that'll go there, and then I can cut it off at the top. Oh, my glue book was sticking, wasn't it? Get rid of that. Now I've lost my piece of paper. So do many of you use envelopes? I just find that you're halfway there. You know, if you've got an envelope that you can take apart, you're kind of halfway towards a nice pocket, aren't you? And hopefully that isn't in the fold. No, smashing. And then I've got my everything for your Christmas tree that's going to go there. Scissors. Those thieving fairies have been around again, stealing my scissors. Everything for your Christmas tree. And I think I'm just going to trim that a little bit bigger. Stick that on. A little bit of glue on there. And that's not on it either. Let's just trim this down. You can stitch around this if you want to. I don't know if I'm going to or not at the moment. It depends, you know, if you've glued it on well enough, then you don't need to stitch round. It's personal choice again. If you like the stitched look, then you can certainly go for it. And let's just cut the back off as well, because that was slightly longer. So that's the inside of it. I really like that. I'm really happy with that. So when it goes on your page, that will open. You've got a little pocket. Somewhere I've got some little cards. I don't know where I've put them. I did have some little journaling cards. No matter, no matter, no matter. You've got a little pocket just there, look, that you've created. And it doesn't go up further than there because you put your glue across, and it's nicely sealed on. So that's a nice little pocket just there that you can put some ephemera in. And that's going to be a tuck spot just there. So you might want to put a little divot in there, about there, just to remind yourself that that's a pocket. So you'd glue 1, 2, 3, and that would be on there. And then the front, look at his beady little eye. You just want something then to go on the front to decorate it. I'm going to switch you off while I have a look through the papers and see what I fancy. Okay, you're back with me again. I think I want to try and use this bit to go on here, is what I'm thinking. So let me just measure 3.5. So that's about 3 3/4. So if I can cut a piece, yeah, I still get my little girl in. I didn't want to, some of the other papers that I looked at, I couldn't get the little girl in. So I think I'm going to do that. There we go. So it was 3 3/4 tall by, not by 9 inches. Oh, it's about a square, so it's about 3 3/4 all the way. Oh, that's what I wasn't thinking of though. So I can get the girl in, but I'm going to lose a bit of Silent Night. That's okay. I'm going to cut it so I've got that red bit, because I love this marble paper. And that's going to be 3 3/4. So I can still get Silent Night. I'm not going to lose the words. That's okay. And then I want it 3 3/4-ish that way. I'm going to cut it just that little bit longer. And again, if you don't want to see the white of that envelope, you can go around it. Sorry if I'm nudging you, sometimes the corners show. That's fine, because I want to put a strip of something else down there. Yeah, I'm okay with that. If you miscut something, it honestly, you know, it doesn't matter. You're doing a collage, so if it's a little bit short, it doesn't matter. It's of no consequence whatsoever. I'm going to put that up to the edge. I'm going to stick that on there. I've lost my little card. Look at how much mess I've got into already. There it is, look, hiding. That on there. It's too much, isn't it? Too much, too much. Quite like that with the little bird on. Just have him peeking there. I'm going to put that on there. And ultimately, you know, at the end of it, if you make one of these and you're not happy with the papers that you picked or how it looks when you've finished it, you've used an envelope. You know, they're not the most expensive items that we can use. I quite like that little bird peeking around there. And I'm just going to use up the bits that I had left over. So if I cut that at 2 inches, it will be plenty. Did I say 2 inches? You know, sometimes I just can't remember. Yeah. So I'm going to cut 2 inches up there to cover that bit. I'm going to tear that off there. I think I want those tassels on actually. I would love some actual trim with these tassels on. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I'm going to rip that bit off there. Did anybody see where my sponge bounced to? Oh gosh, if you could see around me how much mess I've got. Does everybody else, as soon as you cut one piece of paper, that's it, it seems to just go bananas, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that on there. Another piece of glue paper required. So these are quick to make, is what I was trying to say. They're not too fiddly. It depends how intricate you want to get with your fussy cutting. With your collaging, you know, if you wanted to fussy cut bits, or it stuck to my finger. But I know when I was doing them before, look at me, that hasn't gone on, has it, very well? Bit higher, Carol. When I made the other ones, I could actually cover just about cover one of these envelopes on the inside and the outside with one sheet of A4 digital. And I just needed a few scraps that I had left over, like for filling in the bits and pieces. I don't think I want that, but I might put that on there. I've just moved my ruler somewhere, haven't I? Where are we? So that needs to be 3/4 of an inch. Gosh, golly, I don't want that plain. Does it matter if it's sideways? Let's cut it and then we can see, can't we? About 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut it down at that, or tear it off at that green bit. Yep, that'll do. And after you've done your collage, you can always put some accents on. You know, if you've got something fussy cut that you want to add, or do I want to put it that way? I think I will. I think I'll put it on that way. Yeah, you know, if you've got some labels or something that you want to put on to decorate it up, you know, you certainly can do. Nearly there, folks. I just need a little bit to go up the top there. And I've got some more of that green, so that's what's going to go up there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Get rid of the bit that's on my finger. Glue it on. And we're about there. So I think that's taken me 27 minutes to do that. But part of that was chatting to you about what I'm doing. So it hasn't actually taken me 27 minutes to do it. So, you know, once you've decided what papers you're going to use, you can do these quite quickly. Neaten it up. I promise I'll tidy my floor up as when I've finished. I'm just going to take a smidge off the top there. Just make sure it's level all the way across. And then we'll put it on a page and you can see what it's like. See if you like it. I hope you do. I know I do. I like it very much. I'm really pleased with that. So have I got, where did I put that journal that I've been making? So okay, it's not going to go into this journal, but I just want to show you what it would look like. That's not a full page. Let's just put it on here for now. So if this was a journal page, it would fit on there, and it fits quite nicely because I've done it just less than the 8 inches. So it will go on there. I might put a tab on here. I know in Andrea's kit she's got some whale tail tabs that you can cut out, so I might well do that and put one on. And then it will open up there. There's a pocket just there that I can put a journaling card in, and there's a pocket just there. So the way that I would glue it would be 1, 2, 3, and it would go in there. So I'm really happy with that, and I hope that you like this idea, and I would love to see if you make some, then please do let me know. I'd love to see. But this is my envelope, what is it, an envelope flip pocket, envelope pocket flip. So it's got 2 pockets. You can put a pocket on the front as well if you want to, but I just don't want to cover that up, so I'm not going to. So I hope you like it, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Love you lots. Bye.